Hey guys, we're going to take a look at the OPSeat today and see if it's worth your hard-earned cash.
Okay, so let's talk about the packaging here. When it was shipped to me, the box was extremely damaged. Thankfully, everything was well protected, well separated, so nothing was rubbing up against something else. Even the base unit, which comes assembled, sits in its own little styrofoam box, which really helps protect it. The base unit of the stand is fully metal. It does come with dual casters, and it does have a little sleeve that slides over where the actual cylinder goes into. It makes the welds look a little bit nicer. The cylinder feels good and solid, no wiggle in it, and it is rated for 350 pounds. The casters are dual. They slide over wood floors with ease. I would assume they go pretty well over carpet, but unfortunately I don't have a way to test this for you guys. Now, the frame is also fully metal. It does seem like it has two composite slats in it though. What I can tell you though is when you're putting this together, one of the most aggravating things about this is the leather holes are not big enough to actually get the screw to go through without kind of pressing and forcing them down. This was a little aggravating. I did consider cutting the leather to make it a little bit easier to get the screw in. However, thankfully I didn't have to do that. I just had to press on hard enough. Now, it does come with lock washers, so as long as you tighten everything properly, you shouldn't have any problems with bolts working their way loose over time. The included Allen key is just a simple Allen key. However, it was more than enough to get the job done. No power tools needed for this one, guys. Is that this is the actual metal frame that I can confirm with a magnet. The last two parts I touched were what I think are those composite slats. The metal frame of the back piece you can easily detect as metal. I did test it with a magnet, but you can feel that it's underneath there, and I can't feel any real slats, but they have to be in there because there's no way just the leather and foam are holding it this well in the back. Now, this is also a part where I would recommend having a friend help you. It is a lot easier to shove this up against something without damaging it. I can't do that here because unfortunately my desk is glass, and I'm not going to press a leather chair up against that and potentially damage it because like I said, the table is glass and I could very easily damage the leather if I was getting a little frustrated with it. Now, once again, the holes here are too small to get the screws through, so you just have to take your time, get them to go through, and get the threads to catch. This can be a little aggravating. The manual does warn that this may be a little difficult, so just take your time and have a friend help you just hold it, so that way you can really press down on it. Now, these do come with lock washers as well, so once again, we're not going to have any problems with anything working loose. It does come with two plastic covers, which covers up the hinge and makes it look a little bit more nicer and polished. I will say the first one went on with ease. The second one, I actually thought the hole was misaligned or misdrilled, so I actually had to have my wife come and hold it so I could press down the plastic hard enough just to get the screw to catch. It was aggravating. It was a silly little thing, but whatever. The lumbar support pillow is pretty thickly padded. It's pretty dense, so it's just going to push you out quite a bit from the chair. If it bothers you though, you can take it off, or you can actually unzip it and you could adjust the fill if you really desired to do so. The small headrest pillow is once again pretty densely packed, but like I said, both of these do have zippers, so you can actually adjust the fill, and that's actually a pretty nice feature. No squeaks, no rattles. I'm pretty happy at this point. The scary part about this chair is this one will actually recline a full 180 degrees. I don't think I'd ever do this because I'd probably end up on the floor. But as you can see right here, I'm happy enough just to have it assembled. As you can see here, the logo is nicely stitched. It looks great. It is a little offset and is a little bit canted, as well as on the lumbar pillow. This was rather disappointing, and I hope OPSeat does fix this in the future, because for this amount of money and what you're getting, I'm pretty impressed. The back has two zippers, so you could actually unzip it and potentially clean it or put in a little bit more padding in the back if you so desired.
Alright guys, so we're back after 1 week of use for my final thoughts on the chair. First of all, the defects, the things that I don't like. First of all, the logo on the lumbar pillow is canted, as you can see. It is also canted, although not as badly, on the backrest. The armrests do not come up as high as I wish they would. This seems like if they came up just about half an inch higher, it would be absolutely perfect. And in case you're wondering, I'm 5'10", about 230 pounds. So that's the only real things that I can find that I don't like with it. Some people will probably complain that it squeezes you around the thighs a little bit, but that's actually part of a real racing seat. I have owned real racing seats in my cars, so I do have a little bit different opinion on that. People that are just used to complete office chairs may not like that all, and that's fine. That's just personal opinion. I purchased this with my own money. I paid $220 plus $20 in shipping. I honestly feel like for the money versus what is out there, for how much I paid, I feel like I actually kind of found the diamond in the rough chair. Now, is it the absolute best chair? No. Is it the best chair that I could recommend to somebody that was spending less than $250? Yeah. At this time, I don't know of one that can beat it. I have looked at multiple brands that are very, very similar. Their customer service is great. The stitching is excellent. The leather seems very, very nicely done. I do see a few small folds, but those will probably even out over time comes, or they may not. But you know, for the price I paid, I really can't complain about it. It doesn't creak, no pops, nothing basically loose moving around. Really big props on the chair for that. Too many chairs out there, you put them together and they actually start moving, you kind of feel something shift after a little bit, and it makes you afraid that the whole chair is going to fall apart. So, good job there. Excuse me. The only thing I would say is that if you are looking at a chair like this, and if you are taller than me or you are bigger than me, you have all seen me on camera, I'm a bit of a bigger guy. If you're bigger than me, probably not the greatest chair for you. There are some ones that be better for your frame. They start off, I believe, around $280. I'm not going to say the brand of them, just simply because this review is about the OPSeat. We're not going to talk about other ones in this video. It's great. I spend anywhere between 9 to 12 hours at my desk a day because I work from home, so I work at my office and I sit up for this whole day, and it's great. My back doesn't hurt as much. I don't have any of that weird kind of hip pain that you get when you sit in chairs too long. It is helping me to have my posture better too, because for instance, when you sit like this, you normally have this big space, but because it adjusts so far up, you can get that pillow right there, and now I'm sitting straight up, but my back and my shoulders are fully supported. I can adjust the neck pillow to be right up against the back of my head. This is a wonderful typing position, an absolute pleasure to sit here and work on the computer with. This is way better than I ever thought it would be. I was most excited about how far it can lean back, the fact that it has a tilt function that actually doesn't try to drop you out of it. But this is fantastic. Now, I will say, I've leaned it back all the way as you saw when I assembled it. I've done it a few times. I did almost drop myself on the floor once, fully admitting that one. I would never do it, because if I do that, I'm going to wake up on the floor with a head injury. But at the same time, it's a nice option to have. It's cool, but probably best for lighter guys. Us bigger guys shouldn't be doing that. Other than that, that's the video, guys. I'm actually back on YouTube now, and I'm very excited. Please leave a like if you like the video. If you don't, go ahead and dislike it. If you like, I even have a donations page set up so I can get more stuff set up for the channel. But other than that, guys, have a great one, and thank you so much for spending the time to watch this video.